Hello everyone, my name is Royal. I'm the founder of CodeParrot, and I'm very excited to show you how CodeParrot works. So what I have in front of me is Visual Studio Code, right? And I've already installed CodeParrot. You can do that through the marketplace. Just search for CodeParrot, and I've logged in using my Figma account. Now we'll use CodeParrot to create front-end components and also fix some layout issues. Let's get started. First thing, when I click on this icon, I can see the CodeParrot panel. All the code generation action happens on this panel. And I have in front of me the sidebar, which contains tutorials and onboarding guides. Now, the first component that we are trying to create is this calendar or date picker component. I want the link to this specific component. What I'll do is go right click, copy paste, copy link to selection. And then coming back to a CodeParrot panel, I click on select from Figma, copy paste, and submit. This will tell CodeParrot how my component should look. The next thing I want to do is save on my code generation settings. So things like React, Tailwind, TypeScript. These are some of the common ones, but you probably would have a lot more to tell CodeParrot. For example, for every component, root component, I don't want to keep on guessing what are its props. So show me how to use it. I also want unit tests to be written for every root component, right? I've also copy pasted my Tailwind config so that CodeParrot can reuse that, reuse those colors, reuse those fonts, that sort of thing, and then click on the save button. Optionally, I can tell CodeParrot more about the component. So let's say this is a date picker. I want year and month to be props, right? I also want that selected dates should be in green, right? Let's just start with this, and if there's anything other, we'll just iterate and create more prompts. What happens in the background is CodeParrot extracts informations like layout, dimensions from the Figma files and the screenshot, and uses AI to generate a code which fits with your existing code base. And the way it does that is through the code generation settings we had looked. Now let's look at the code it has created. It has created the props as we expected it to, right? The year and the month. Now it's created a state for selected dates. That's good. Dates and month. Until selection, blah blah blah. It has also written the test which I had asked it to, and it has also shown me how to use this component in my parent component. So let's copy paste this. This is a copy pattern. I have this empty file in front of me. I'll save this. I'll also save the parent component so that I can just export that as default and use it directly in my parent. For now, let's see. Yes, that's right. Let me open this. Okay, all right. So firstly, what I can do is I can remove this make to date. All right, so this is looking not too bad, but let's see how it looks in the smaller view. This looks much better, right? But it's not perfect. What we can do is first we can ask CodeParrot to fix the width. So what we'll do, fix the width. Component should not take up entire width. You can do this on your own. You can use CodeParrot and give them further prompts and they'll update the code. And that is how you can create an individual component using CodeParrot. For example, it has now updated the width to give you that answer. The other thing that you would want to do very commonly with CodeParrot is now you have, let's say, this layout with select date, oops, my bad, select date, and then get parent component. And let's see how it looks right now. It looks okay. Now what I can do is I can edit this layout using CodeParrot. Instead of creating a new component from scratch, I can also edit it. As you can see, there's like a button. It's called code lens on top of every TSX file. I can click on that, right? Now it will edit this file instead of creating one from scratch. What can we say? We can say center align the elements or the children. Let's see what it does. What it also figures out is what are your child components. So if there is any styling changes needed in this particular component, it will also do that, right? So most of the times the way you want to use it is create individual components, import that in your layout, and then edit the layout using CodeParrot. The idea is you can speed up or fast track your development 10x compared to just doing it everything manually, right? But beware of the code. Look at the code closely and make edits wherever you want. I hope you enjoyed this demo of CodeParrot, and we are always available on our Discord for any questions or feature requests that you might have. Thank you.